Now, there may be some confusion as to why we're set up over here on the 8th Street steps. I will explain the situation as it was explained to us. The Office of Administration for the Capitol building behind us notified us a day and a half after we had already reserved the steps and received an email for their approval saying that there had been an accidental double booking and that they were going to have to revoke our reservation. Has that stopped us? No! Will it stop us? No! Damn right! Before I introduce our first speaker of the night, I would like to run a couple of chants. It's a little bit chilly. It helps keep you warm. How's that sound, Boise? All righty. All of this is just a simple repeat after me. If bosses don't treat us right,
if bosses don't treat us right,
working people go on strike.
Working people go on strike.
If bosses don't treat us right,
if bosses don't treat us right,
workers stand up, walk on strike.
Workers stand up, walk on strike.
If billionaires keep funding ICE,
if billionaires keep funding ICE,
then immigrants go out on strike.
then immigrants go out on strike.
If billionaires keep funding ICE,
if billionaires keep funding ICE,
then immigrants walk out on strike.
then immigrants walk out on strike.
If the White House tries to take our rights,
if the White House tries to take our rights,
my people stand up and strike.
the people stand up and strike.
If the White House tries to take our rights,
the White House tries to take our rights,
my people stand up and strike.
the people stand up and strike.
My 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 people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
Minnesota, make us proud.
Minnesota, make us proud.
General strike, shut it down.
General strike, shut it down.
Minnesota, make us proud.
Minnesota, make us proud.
General strike, shut it down.
General strike, shut it down.
It is our duty, it is our right.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
No one is illegal.
No one is illegal.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
No one is illegal.
No one is illegal.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
No one is illegal.
No one is illegal.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
All right, I think you're warmed up now, Boise. I am proud to introduce tonight's first speaker, speaking on behalf of the Defend Immigrant Families campaign. Let's hear it for Vega.
How we doing, Boise? We want justice, we want peace.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want justice. We want peace.
We want ICE off our streets!
We want ICE off our streets!
My name is Vega. I'm an organizer with the Defend Immigrant Families campaign. The DIFC is here on this historic day to answer the call from the Black and Somali students of Minneapolis for an extended strike. For an end to business as usual. Communities across this country are sick and tired of the war being waged against us. We are sick and tired of the invasions of our communities, the brutal repression of peaceful protests, and we are sick and tired of ICE and CBP's horrific street executions. We demand that all the ICE killers, the killers of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, Keith Porter Jr., Renee Nicole Good, and Alex Preddy be immediately arrested and tried for murder. We demand the immediate withdrawal and abolishment of ICE. And last Friday, the people of Minneapolis showed all of us the way. Many of you, including myself, were blown away by the sheer number of Minnesotans braving negative 20-degree weather in the streets to shut it down. Minneapolis made history, and in a pathetic attempt at retaliation, ICE took the life of Alex Preddy. They were hoping it would put a stop to the movement that has now swept the country. I want you to think about all the cities across the country taking a stand with us today. I want you to take a look at all the courageous people standing with you. Have they stopped us?
No!
Have they stopped us?
No!
Today we're standing against Trump's terror campaign. We're standing against these thugs kidnapping people off our streets, using children as bait to abduct their parents and forcing our neighbors to live in fear. We're saying we're not satisfied with just swapping out Bovino for Homan as the official responsible. We're not! We're saying we're not gonna sit idly by while politicians vote to increase funding to ICE. And we're saying that when Trump decides to mess with the Latinx community, the Somali community, the Haitian community, the Black community, indigenous communities, he makes the mistake of messing with all of us. The people look out for each other. We've seen the way communities have supported those who can't leave their homes for work and basic necessities. We've seen vital fundraising and legal aid. We've seen community ICE watches and marches and student walkouts. We've seen the Somali students of Minneapolis lead the charge for this nationwide general strike. Trump tried to make an example of Minneapolis, and now Minneapolis has set the example. The fact that we are organizing against these attacks on our communities absolutely terrifies the people in power. Trump's billionaire and fascist agenda hinges on using fear and violence to drag all of us back to a time before the civil rights movement, the women's and LGBTQ movements, the immigrant rights and labor movements. They want to drag the working class back to a time when billionaires could exploit the people without limit. I want to hear you say it for the people in that building. Are we going to let them? Are we going to let them? Today is not the end. Today is just the beginning. Today is the decisive moment that will affect this country for years to come. What happened in Minnesota is now happening across this country, and it's only going to grow from here. Imagine if everyone in this country stood up against ICE terror and the erasure of our rights. Imagine if everyone walked off the job, didn't shop or go to school, and filled the streets in a way that is impossible to ignore. We'd be taking away the very thing these billionaire fascists need to stay in control: our labor. Workers are the ones who actually run this country, not them. So if we want to stop ICE terror, if we want to get them out of everywhere, well, we're not waiting for the midterms. We're gonna shut it down. So get organized. The DIFC could use you. Your communities could use you. Build the movement for a general strike. And when our time comes, and it's coming soon, it is our power that will shut down business as usual. If billionaires keep funding ICE, the working class goes out on strike. If billionaires keep funding ICE, the working class goes out on strike. Thank you, Boise!
Minnesota, make us proud! General strike, shut it down! Minnesota, make us proud! General strike, shut it down! Boise students, make us proud! General strike, shut it down! Boise students, make us proud! General strike, shut it down! I'm proud to introduce our next speaker, speaking on behalf of the Idaho Sierra Club. Let's hear it for Anise.
It's wonderful to see you all here. My name is Anise Welty. I am a senior at Bora High School, a member of the Idaho Sierra Club, and a leader of its youth branch, the Idaho Climate Justice League. Today, I speak for myself and all my fellow students. I have been helping organize the students at Bora who have participated in the last 2 walkouts, and I am proud to see many of my fellow Bora students and high schoolers here today. Our voices matter. Although many of us can't vote yet, we have an impact at events like these. This is the country we are going to inherit, and we have a responsibility to our future selves and future generations to fight back against authoritarianism. I have watched in horror as my country, a country I love, has gone down a path worse than my worst fears when Trump was reelected. We have seen the military deployed in our streets, people of color demonized and arrested for what they look like. ICE has decided the law surrounding search warrants does not apply feel hopeless in these times. I have felt that way myself when I consider what my future will look like in a country where everything is uncertain. I have felt exhausted as I watch videos of my fellow Americans, including Alex Preddy and Renee Good, shot dead while doing nothing wrong. I have felt angry as well when Trump calls good people, people just like you and I, domestic terrorists for refusing to obey. It is terrifying to consider that the president considers us domestic terrorists and believes our lives are not valuable simply because we oppose his violent agenda. There have been times I have wondered if fighting back is worth it. I wonder on the days where I am going to another protest, pushing off my homework, missing out on time with my family, and sleeping less. I wonder as I make safety plans for each event, praying I'll make it home safely to my family. But I know we have to stand up. We have to fight back for the people trapped in their homes in Minneapolis and immigrants across this country. That is why I am proud to be part of a movement saying this is not okay and we won't tolerate it. This movement caused Bovino to be removed from Minneapolis, and it has caused the Trump administration to change its rhetoric. Even though it is not enough and we have to keep fighting, this proves we are not powerless. Soon after Trump was elected, I told a group of friends that we were all that was left now to hold this country together. That statement is one I believe more strongly every day. If Congress will not step up and the courts are without the power to do so or too slow, we the people are the final guardrail. We have to be willing to stand up, go on strike, walk out, shut it down, and say, not anymore! No more killings! I know this is not easy. I know every time someone is killed, it becomes scarier to speak up. I know we have school, work, and other commitments. Believe me, in a normal situation, I would not choose to be here. Contrary to popular ideas about students who walk out, I love school. I want to be in my classroom applying for scholarships and preparing for college. But this situation demands more from me. I can't just work hard in school and leave the world up to itself. In an authoritarian regime, that is not enough. I also have to work to safeguard my future and the future of all those I care about. In this work, I take lessons from the people of Minneapolis, including that this administration can intimidate us, they can shoot at us, they can kill individual protesters, but they can never stop our movement. We will not be intimidated by tactics of fear and violence. The Trump administration cannot arrest and shoot us all, and if we keep fighting as a group and keep going no matter what, they will never defeat us. I know in this speech I have talked about the dangers we face, but I want to emphasize we are the movement of non-violence. As a Christian and a member of Hyde Park Mennonite Fellowship, I strongly believe we must love all our neighbors, including immigrants, people who are scared, and those who are making decisions and taking actions I believe with my whole heart are wrong. However, I still vow to cause disruption and fight back against those who do use violence with everything I have. We differentiate ourselves from this administration by always being nonviolent no matter we see. Violence is a cycle, and it is a cycle we will not participate in. We must always remember that hate will never be what drives out hate. Therefore, we must continue in this fight with kindness toward all our neighbors. So, as a young person, I urge you, use your voice and your rights to speak out. Do it repeatedly and do it in the most effective manner, non-violently. Do so even though you are terrified, and do so because you are terrified. The younger generations are here to fight and lead, but we need your help. We need everyone. We cannot do it on our own. So thank you all for the work you do, and thank you for being here and speaking out today. I am proud to be in this fight with you. When we fight, we win. When we fight,
We win!
when we fight,
We win!
when we fight.
We win!
Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's hear it for Denise! Huey P. Newton said, "The revolution is always in the hands of the youth." Anise, with a speech like that, I feel more reassured for our future than ever. Before I introduce our next speaker, we have a little bit of tidying up to do. We're having such an amazing turnout that we're obstructing some of the walkways folks are using to get here. For the folks who are standing in these walkways, can I have a big chunk of y'all move up to fill in this first layer of steps up to where these nice young women are with the red cloaks. I'm so sorry, I forget what this is called. Handmaids, up here to this first fill-in where the handmaids are standing. Thank you so much. Fill up the steps, pack in tight. We gotta make some space.
Woo!
Chinga la migra! Chinga la migra!
Chinga la migra!
Chinga la migra!
Chinga la migra!
Chinga la migra!
Chinga la migra!
All right, thank you all so much for making that space. If we can, pack more folks on, make more space for the walkways. I am proud to introduce our next speaker, a nurse, an organizer with the American Federation of Government Employees. Let's hear it for Tara.
Hello, my name is Tara, and I am a nurse at our local VA. Some of you may have actually... I'll learn quick. All right. Some of you may have seen me in the halls at the VA or even gifted me with the honor of caring for you or your loved one. And I'm here today expressing my own beliefs, speaking from my heart and soul. I am not representing the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm here because what is happening in Minneapolis and across our country is not okay, and I am not going to stay silent about it. This administration doesn't care about our veterans, no matter how much they try to convince us otherwise. Their lack of outrage for the murder of a VA nurse, Nurse Preddy, speaks volumes. But nurses at the bedside do care. Did you know that VA Secretary Doug Collins didn't even publicly address this situation until Sunday, and it was on X of all places? When he finally did express condolences, he was blaming Minnesota officials. instead of the men who held Nurse Pretty down, shot him 10 times, and stole his life after disarming him. What he wasn't doing was blaming the regime that has flooded Minneapolis with thousands of poorly trained, deadly bullies. Now the veterans in that ICU have one less wonderful nurse to care for them when they are at their sickest. As a VA nurse, I am devastated that national and regional leadership have sent nothing to employees about the murder of one of our own. No solidarity. The halls are silent, as if nothing heinous happened. And we need to see this clearly, because what happened to Nurse Pretty did not happen in a vacuum. This is part of a pattern of violence and erasure that this system relies on. Just weeks ago, we started the new year with the murder of another black father, Keith Porter, killed by an off-duty ICE agent in the Twin Cities, or in LA. His story has been overshadowed, so I challenge you to sit with that and then go engage in meaningful conversations. So he is not lost in this madness. We say his name today, Keith Porter. Keith Porter! And we remember, this call for this weekend of action didn't start in the headlines. It rose from the courage of Somali students and the Black Lives Matter chapter in the Twin Cities. They fight for their community's safety and justice for Keith. This truth was passed hand to hand through community networks to reach us here. And let's be real, Nurse Pretty was executed at the hand of our government, doing what nurses do best, helping someone in need, even in the face of danger. He gave his life being a helper and a healer. We will not forget you, Alex. And we sure as hell will not stand down. We will rise up and carry on your legacy of standing on the right side of history. May your spirit offer us protection, strength, and courage as we continue with this work. To our local veterans, if you've met me, you know how much I care about you, and I know how much you care about me. I implore you, continue to express your outrage. Speak up boldly and loudly against this regime. You swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. The Constitution needs defending now more than ever. Stand with us. Stand with the family of VA Nurse Pretty. Stand with the family of Renee Good. Stand with the family of Keith Porter. Stand with the communities of Minneapolis leading this fight. And to my personal veterans, if I get in trouble for what I am doing here today, and will continue to do, know that I tried to follow the rules and it has been an honor serving you. I knew there was risk coming here today, but I cannot be complicit with what is happening. And as always, thank you for your service, then and now. Please join me and others and the AFGE for a silent vigil for Nurse Pretty at 4:30 today in front of the VA's electric sign at the intersection of 5th and Fort. Also, there's whistle kits going around. Please get one. Scan the QR code on the zine and then go talk to a volunteer around here and see how you can help with mutual aid and community defense. All are welcome here, except literal fascists. Go guys and release the Epstein files.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
ICE out of Idaho now!
ICE out of Idaho now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
ICE out of the Twin Cities now!
Ice out of the Twin Cities now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Abolish ICE right now!
Abolish ICE right now!
I am proud to introduce our next speaker, Estefania, speaking on behalf of Out of Idaho. Let's hear it for Estefania!
Alex Putty, Renee Good, Keith Porter, Eber Sánchez Domínguez, Víctor Manuel Díaz, Paradila, Luis Beltrán Yanez Cruz, Luis Gustavo Núñez Cáceres, Geraldo Luna Campos. These are the names. Give him some love, give him some love. These are the names of the growing list of ancestors taken by ICE just this year. It is an honor for me to be here today to say their names as they've given up their lives for our cause. My name's Estefania Mondragon, she, hers pronouns. Some of you might know me as the Executive Director of Out of Idaho. And I own a little ceviche bar in downtown Napa called Calle. That is shut down today. I'm a Chicana, a daughter of immigrants, and unapologetically for my people, which means everyone here today. We are in solidarity with the nice people of Minnesota. You gotta be a real piece of work to piss those people off. But Minnesotans showed us they can be mean too if you come for them. I heard Boise has a reputation of being kind. Well, I'm from Napa, so I'm here to show you how to get mean. Let's get mean today. We're getting gutter, straight to the gutter. So when I say chinga, you say la mira. Chinga!
La vida!
Chinga!
La vida!
Chinga!
La vida!
That's how we do it. Let's get mean. I have cousins that are Mexican, indigenous, Hmong siblings who are on the front lines in Minnesota right now. And I'm here for them. I'm here for every undocumented person rounded up, chained up, and deported. And I'm here for their families. Today, Idaho is standing in solidarity. We are here on the National Day of Action to show up for Minnesota, for our communities who are facing occupation, intimidation, and state violence at the hands of the highly militarized ICE force unleashed by the Trump administration. Let's be clear about what this is. This is not law and order. This is not about border security. This is not new. ICE is simply the newest uniform worn by an old American terror. Throughout U.S. history, the state has had a force tasked with enforcing white supremacy and protecting power. Sometimes they were called slave catchers, hunting black people down and the dared to run towards liberation. Sometimes they were called the cavalry, sent to eradicate native people so land could be stolen and sold. And today they are called ICE, terrorizing communities. They look Hispanic, Asian, and now all of us. The United States government occupies native land. And now, on the same stolen land, it sends ICE to terrorize indigenous communities in Minnesota. qué poca madre. Communities that are native to this continent because they fit a profile. There's a reason Hispanic people share these features, the culture, the spirit of indigenous people. It's because we are indigenous. We are not foreign to this land. This land is foreign to colonizations and colonizers. ICE is not an accident, it is a reflection. It is a dark mirror of who America has been willing to be in order to maintain power. And here's the truth we must face, whether we like it or not. ICE is who we are, but it's not who we have to be. We are at a crossroads, and neutrality is not an option. To fight does not always mean violence. To fight means strategy. The fight means discipline. The fight means dominating the message. When they lie, we tell the truth. When they disappear people, we name it and we find them. When they normalize brutality, we expose it. And when they refuse to listen, and when they ignore our cries, our grief, our stories, we hit them where it hurts. And today we're hitting them in their pocketbooks, because that's all they care about. They don't listen. They don't listen when we say immigrant communities are suffering. They don't listen when we say people are being taken to countries that they've never known and are imprisoned. They don't care when we tell them people are dying in detention centers and on the streets. So today we shut it down. Not as the end, this is the beginning. This day is rehearsal. It's a moment of preparation. We have new ancestors holding us from that side. We are building towards collective power, and it starts with reflection. Look at how you spend your money. Who profits from your labor? Who stays silent when your community is attacked? Who speaks up when it costs them something? We are not here to shame people. In this economy, many of us cannot afford to shut everything down. Many of us are responsible not just for ourselves, but for our employees, our families, and our communities. Some businesses cannot speak publicly because they're putting their undocumented workers at risk, and I get that. So we honor that reality too. This is not about purity, this is about intention. We must change how we spend, we must change how we live, and we must vote. With our dollars, our labor, and our time. So I'm calling on all you to govern. Protest is the spark, but governance is the fire that lasts. We cannot just demand a better America, we have to build it. That means transforming systems that were never designed for us. An education system right now that leaves our students behind. A healthcare system that decides who deserves to live. A housing system that uses shelter as a luxury. And a foreign policy that dehumanizes people abroad and criminalizes them when they survive and arrive here. Transformation is hard. It's uncomfortable. It asks everything of us. But history is clear. We either transform or we perish. Like a caterpillar dissolving before it becomes a butterfly. The process is messy, it's painful, and uncertain. But on the other side is something new. something freer, something more just. Today, Idaho chose to transform. Today, Idaho chose solidarity. Today, Idaho said, we see you, Minnesota. We see you, immigrant communities. And we see the light, and we reject it. This is not the end, this is the first step, and we must take the next ones together. We must take up the fight because we must win. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Estefania. It is our power, it is our right.
It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our power, it is our right.
It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
Strike, 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 strike.
If the White House tries to take our rights,
The White House tries to take our rights.
the people go out on strike.
The people go out on strike.
If the bosses don't treat us right,
The bosses don't treat us right.
the workers go out on strike.
The workers go out on strike.
If billionaires keep funding ICE,
Billionaires keep funding ICE.
then immigrants go out on strike.
Immigrants go out on strike.
If the White House tries to take our rights,
The White House tries to take our rights.
our people go out on strike.
Our people go out on strike.
The 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 people go out on strike.
All right. I am proud to introduce our next speaker, speaking on behalf of Idaho 5051. Let's hear it!
All right, guys. Hi, my name is Lotus. I'm with Idaho 5051. And first of all, I just want to thank all of you for being out here today and for saying, fuck the man. We get up before dawn and we stay until the job is done. We are the bedrock of modern life, providing a stable foundation. Without us, the lights turn off and the heat goes out. We are the working class. Farmers, truckers, carpenters, plumbers, sanitation workers, line cooks, shelf stockers, cashiers, teachers, nurses, and so much more. We are the building blocks of society. Throughout history, we can see the power of the working class when we come together. The great wonders of the world were not built by AI or due to executive lunches. But our 40-hour work weeks, that was us. Our way of life was created by men and women who got their hands dirty and decided to build something that they envisioned, something that would improve the world around them and solve the problems that plagued their communities. Imagine if the implementation of plumbing was overseen by C-suite executives today. When the world swings out of balance, it's the responsibility of the working class, the largest class, the class with their hands on the levers of the economy to unite and steer us back on track. But we can only do so if we are united. If we are divided by purpose or perfectionism, if we are divided in our vision for a better world, or even divided in our love for our fellow man, we will not be heard. A million voices, all singing the same song, will always be more powerful than 1,000 voices singing their own. In these troubling times, we must remember how our forefathers and our foremothers weathered the burdens of their time. We must support each other and speak up for one another. The American sense of community has completely diminished over the last 5 decades. It's led to individualism, which has sowed division amongst the American people. But we can combat this. We can reach out. We can reach out to each other. We can lean on the bonds of life that tie us together. We must be willing to stand up to injustices together. We have to speak truth to power, even when it costs us. And that's a cost that for many seems or feels far too high to pay right now, because we can't afford not to work. Yet if we build social programs that help those who need it, then this problem might not loom so large. If we had real regulation, oversight, guarding against corporate overreach, retaliation, and exploitation to demand again to be paid not a surviving wage, but a thriving one. If we want to be successful in preventing the greed of the few from ruining the lives of millions, then we must be willing to lift each other up. We must support each other when fighting injustice, and we must be willing to share in the burden and struggles of our families, our friends, our neighbors, and our communities as a whole. We must be willing to support others when they ask for help to overcome the systemic problems we face in different ways. And we must be willing to ask for their help in return. When we forge these bonds, we stop being individual workers and we become a class, the working class. We can never forget the power of collective bargaining. Our grandparents and our great-grandparents knew how important it was that we stand together when we demand change. It didn't matter if it was their workplace or their government. Generations of Americans have come together to change the course of our nation, and now it's our turn to do the same. It is so easy to fall into the lull of modern life. We have so many conveniences, but our time and our money, they've been stretched so thin that we are afraid to lose what little we have left. We need only to look back on what has happened in such instances in the past to know what we have to do. We must stand together and speak in a single, unified voice that says, we will not abide by this anymore. We are the many, and you are the few. You will not take away from us any longer. You will not exploit us anymore. We were put on this earth not to serve, but to thrive. Let's not forget the words of Holocaust survivor and public speaker Martin Niemöller. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak up because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak. Now is the time that we must speak out for each other, or else this verse will play out again, only this time the first line will be, first they came for the immigrants. We are strongest when we are united, when we remember that becoming rich was never the American dream. The false promise of riches and wealth has corroded what it means to be American. Immigrants never came to our shores on the promise of getting rich, but under the idea that if they worked hard, they could have a better life where they were free to believe what they wanted and that the government wouldn't exploit them, persecute them, or execute them in the fucking streets. We must exercise our rights at every opportunity we can, because if we don't, we will have them taken away one by those who think they can control us. We have to remember that those in power only have that power because we gave it to them. If we band together, we can take our rights back. We can take our nation back into our own hands the way it should be. But that comes at a cost. We must be willing to risk what we have. To risk what we have for a chance at a better world. And we need to work together. We have to support those who speak out, who shed light on injustice, and who are punished for speaking the truth. Maybe for you, that looks like donating to a local food bank. Maybe for you, it's contributing to a legal defense fund. And maybe for others, it is taking meals to a neighbor who may have just lost their job. Whatever you have to give, take the time and the energy to share that with your community, because trust me, they need it. Only by linking arms together and taking some of the weight off of the burdens of others onto your own shoulders will we finally be strong enough to lift each other up. Without us, there's no stock market. Without us, there are no profits. Shareholders don't pave these roads. They don't make your coffee. CEOs don't run these power lines. And we refuse to die in houses that we don't own. So the next time you look at one of those American flags, I want you to remember that that red, white, and blue is the blood, sweat, and tears of the working class and the laborers who kept everything running. Because what are we? We are America! What are we? What are we?
We are America!
What are we?
We are America!
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Lotus! We want justice, we want peace!
We want justice, we want peace!
We want ICE off our streets!
We want ICE off our streets!
We want justice, we want peace!
We want justice, we want peace!
We want ICE off our streets!
We want ICE off our streets!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for racist deportation!
Not for racist deportation!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for racist deportation!
Not for racist deportation!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for racist deportation!
Not for racist deportation!
On that topic exactly, I am proud to introduce our penultimate speaker for the night, speaking on behalf of the Act Now to Stop War and End Racism, or ANSWER Coalition. Let's hear it for Asher!
My name is Asher, and I'm an organizer with the Anti-War and Anti-Racist Coalition, ANSWER. The terror ICE is unleashing in the U.S. right now is just one part of the Trump administration's relentless assault on working people around the world. When billionaires use our taxes to fund racist deportation campaigns in the U.S. and endless war abroad, the working class suffers. The U.S. ruling class destabilizes other countries to justify wars and regime change operations funded by the U.S. working class so that they can steal oil, minerals, and land for U.S. corporations. Trump bombed more countries within a year than any previous president. And in the past month, he has kidnapped the president of Venezuela and has threatened invasions of Iran, Greenland, Mexico, Cuba, and more. Millions of people have been forced to leave their own countries and immigrate to the U.S. because of political, economic, and military attacks by the U.S. And these attacks are only escalating. When they come here, our government, the same one that created the conditions that forced them to leave in the first place, demonizes them, brutalizes them, and deports them, especially if they dare to speak honestly about what has happened. The U.S. government has used baseless claims of criminal activity against immigrants from Somalia, Venezuela, and many other countries as excuses to destroy the lives of our local community members, tear apart families, and weaken communities. As more people are forced to leave their countries and seek safety elsewhere in the midst of Trump's attacks abroad, this cycle will get even worse. The ruling class that is creating the crises that force large numbers of people to immigrate is the same class that's using immigration as an excuse to divide our communities and expand ICE presence, using mass surveillance, violence, and unjust and illegal methods of repression against citizens and non-citizens alike. The same tactics of rule by force without regard for law that they use abroad are what we see Trump and ICE using domestically. All of this violence is diverting money directly from the needs of working class families and children in the U.S. toward racist terror campaigns that harm citizens and non-citizens alike. As costs of living skyrocket and families struggle to make ends meet, the U.S. government and the Idaho legislature are cutting more funding to essential services. Idaho lawmakers are now calling for a freeze of federal subsidies for child care that were approved last year, claiming without evidence that there must be fraud in the system. They're also planning to cut millions of dollars to Medicaid and education, citing uncertainty about the cost of Trump's big beautiful bill, which funnels money from the people's needs to private corporations and the war machine. Meanwhile, the budgets for ICE and endless war only grow. The U.S. war budget is more than the next 11 countries combined, just to maintain domination of billionaires without concern for the needs of the working people that fund it. We need jobs, education, healthcare, and housing, and we know that claims of fraud and lack of funding for essential services are lies and excuses to convince us to accept these cuts. Do we accept this? The fight against war and imperialism is the same fight as the one against racism and attacks on working people in the U.S. These closely linked issues that are central to Trump's billionaire agenda affect the entire working class, and this is why we have to expand the movement toward a nationwide general strike. The historic general strike in Minneapolis last Friday showed us that the government is forced to take notice when the people organize to shut down business as usual. And we're responding to the calls from Minneapolis to expand the general strike across the whole country until Trump's racist agenda is shut down. The people demand an end to the violence on the working class in the U.S. and abroad. We demand an end to endless war, and we demand full abolition of ICE.
Fuck ICE! General strike!
General strike!
Fuck ICE!
Fuck ICE!
General strike!
General strike!
Fuck ICE!
Fuck ICE!
General strike!
General strike!
Fuck ICE!
Fuck ICE!
General strike!
General strike!
Thank you so much, Boise, for coming out here tonight. Now I'm not just saying that to buy myself time to pull up my script. What are you saying? Fuck ICE!
Fuck ICE!
General strike!
General strike!
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 I am our last speaker for tonight before we march and call the event to a close. We are here today because ICE has invaded Minneapolis, inflicting a racist campaign of terror against our immigrant neighbors and anyone who stands with them. They've kidnapped our neighbors, executed and arrested community members and journalists. The attacks have not stopped. We have to understand that this is not an accident. This violence is not an accident. It is the system working as it is meant to. ICE, Trump, and the billionaires who back them both want us afraid, immigrant or not, because the movement is winning. Bovino himself said that in Minneapolis, the protests were so well organized, it made ICE agents' lives hell. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a damn good endorsement to me. The same people in Washington, D.C. or in this building behind me that are attacking immigrants, are attacking Black America, are attacking Medicaid, are attacking women's rights and LGBTQ rights. The attack on immigrants is an attack on us all because these attacks are coming from the same people, billionaires and their politicians who support them. They profit off our suffering, off of the violence that they inflict in our communities. These billionaires are thieves and parasites profiting off of us. They profit off our labor and send jackbooted thugs to abuse us when we say no more. But that's only because they know we are the ones with the power, not them. Minneapolis showed us how that power can be used. I want to hear you loud and clear after me. Now's the time to shut it down.
Now's the time to shut it down.
Minnesota showed us how.
Minnesota showed us how.
Now's the time to shut it down.
Now's the time to shut it down.
Minnesota showed us how.
Minnesota showed us how.
It is our labor, immigrant or not, that makes this economy run. It's not Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or any of their politicians. This country functions because workers, students, and the people of the communities they exploit say it does. And we can grind this system to a halt if we so choose. We can launch a general strike that says no one makes a dollar until we have our justice. No school, no work, no shopping until we have a new system. That is the call that over 150,000 people made in Minneapolis, and it can happen here in Boise too. These billionaires have launched a historic offensive on our rights. And we have to meet this moment with just as historic of a moment of struggle. Today, cities and towns across this country are holding a day that says no work, no school, no shopping. 1 week later, the Minneapolis general strike has gone nationwide. The movement for a general strike will become even bigger and wider if we get organized to make that happen. The general strike is an idea whose time has come. It is how we can defeat Trump's billionaire agenda once and for all. The answer to these attacks isn't waiting for the Democrats to respond with a strongly worded letter. It's not hoping that Tim Walz can cut a deal to scale back ICE's violent occupation. ICE, CBP, and all of these federal agencies that have been sicked on our communities need to be abolished, defunded, and expelled. At the same time that we all understand this, Schumer and the Democrats have put forward the idea that they'll still fund ICE for some minor reforms. They're willing to abandon all of the leverage they have with threatening a nationwide government shutdown, and that is not stupid, it is complicit. We refuse to accept some surface level reform or some change in who is at the lead of this campaign of terror. Whether it's Bovino, Homan, Nome, or any of them, we will not stop until ICE is abolished, defunded, and expelled from this country. Immigrants are not criminals. They are our brothers and sisters, our neighbors. They are our co-workers, and they, alongside us, make this country run. We demand legalization and equal rights for all immigrants. And now, as we call this event to a close, we're putting together a picket march around the Capitol, encircling the entirety of the building to show they tried to take our event, they tried to move it to a place where they could ignore us, where they could hide us, where they could pretend not to hear us. So let's make sure every sidewalk around this building is flooded with people to show there is not a... Let's make it so there's not a window these leeches can look out where they don't see the power of the people. Let's chant so loud and clear, there is not a building, there is not a meeting, there is not a fucking room where they cannot hear us. If the bosses don't treat us right,
If the bosses don't treat us right,
the workers go out on strike.
the workers go out on strike.
If billionaires keep funding ICE,
If billionaires keep funding ICE,
then immigrants go out on strike.
then immigrants go out on strike.
If the White House tries to take our rights,
The White House tries to take our rights.
my people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
My people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
My people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
My people stand up and strike.
The people stand up and strike.
Let's march!